Hello, hello, beasties. Welcome to the lair. How is everybody? Let me say hi to everybody real quick. Hey, Kimmy. Hey, Muffin. Hey, Papa. Danny. Papa. Peterson. Muffin. I think I got everybody. I know. Okay, I'm gonna. I know. That Wrangler is streaming right now. I'm not going to be live for all that long, in all honesty, but there's a couple things I want to cover. And you good, Croc?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, well, all I can hear is yelling in the background on your end.
That's outside. That's other people's children. They can't hear
your voice, like you're super loud.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Like turn yourself way down. So, hey, Patty. So this is gonna be kind of a two-part stream. The first part is not. Hey, Sandy. This first part, yeah, Wrangler stream. I'll be back over there. Hey, Caroline. Hey, I wish that was the problem. This first part of the stream is not a discussion that I wanted to have, nor is it a discussion that I have a ton of info on yet. But I need to explain myself and where I've been. The second part of the stream is one I'm very excited to have, and one that is 180 degrees from the first part. And I'm hoping the second part of the stream makes this first part bearable. So, I guess we're just going to do this and rip the Band-Aid off. Everybody knows I've been going through it for a little bit here. And, lucky me. I'll mute you for a second, Croc, just to be selfish. And I've been going through it, and everybody knows I did dislocate my ankle the other day, which sucked. Happily not broken. A little bit swollen. It's fine. I have something called Ehlers-Danlos disease, which means I'm kind of Gumby. So I dislocate things easily. The problem with that happened to be some lab work. There's Croc, okay. It happened to be just, you go to the ER, they draw routine labs. And unfortunately, guys, those routine labs have shown that I am now in kidney failure. And we don't know why. So, my kidneys are failing. My liver is starting to fail. and we don't know why. I think in the 8-9 months, whatever, I've had one, maybe 2 shots, and that was like when Squirrel passed away. Just like, hey, in solidarity to Squirrel. But it's pretty drastic. My labs compared to the last set of labs that I had drawn, which was fairly recent, with like my cardiac issues. My last set of kidney labs were totally normal, and then the labs they drew with my ankle have shown I'm at the very, I've just passed the cutoff for stage 3 kidney failure. We don't know why. So Monday I will be seeing nephrology, and I don't know. The doctors have absolutely no clue why or what the fuck's going on. Because in 6 weeks, my kidneys should not have gone from perfectly fine to working at less than 50%. So, while I have no clue what's going on, I do not take any NSAIDs at all. I had a stomach ulcer that was bleeding when I was in high school, early college. And I have not taken Motrin since then. I very rarely take Tylenol unless I have surgery. I do not I generally don't even take pain meds. I almost never take Tylenol or anything. So, and being that, chemo meds and things can be very hard on other organ systems, I intentionally don't take things. But the problem is when you get labs drawn, there's something called your filtration rate, and mine went from normal to your kidneys are working about 50%, and you drop to 30%, then we're talking to or about things like dialysis. But there is nobody knows why. Oncology, my gastrointestinal doctors, my cardiologist, intellectual, we are talking close to 10 times the top end of normal. Like over 1,000. And they were totally normal last month. My filtration rate went from it's called an EFGR, went from 110 to 30 to 40. Yeah, 110 to 40 in a month. So that is a big jump. Yeah, my creatine kinase and things are probably close to 10 times. Yeah, Peterson, my kidneys appear to be what is causing my liver function tests to be 5 to 10 times what they should be, because it doesn't look like my kidneys are filtering anything out. You know, if it's just your liver function tests are elevated, or your creatine kinase, or your creatine, or any of that. But my EFGR went from 110 to, like, 40s. So nobody knows right now. They ran the labs twice and drew a second set. The numbers are accurate. I do not have an elevated white count. Not all of my liver enzymes are high, so they think the ones that are very high are because my kidneys aren't filtering things out. There's a chance that the problems with my heart are putting out too much creatine, or some of the vascular issues in cats, maybe more than my kidneys could have handled. We don't know. For non-medical people, how bad? I'm at about a fair level of bad, and they are hoping to, at the very least, stop it so that I don't need to go on to dialysis in the near future. Creatine kinase, what everyone's calling your CPK level or your CK level, that can get better. The problem is what they call the EGFR, your glomerular filtration rate. It doesn't get better, right? Once your kidneys stop filtering things out, it generally, that's not generally something that resolves much. Like, that's not one of the reversible labs a lot of the time. So, I have no intention of giving up my channel. I have no intention of turning this into a feel bad for me. I have no intention of, feel bad for me, I'm going to come on here and cry, have sympathy, and have a pity party for myself. In the words of my loving grandmother, it could always be worse. It doesn't make it easy. Iris, I am in kidney failure at this point, pretty much. We don't know why. But multiple organ systems are struggling. Again, none of this is to say feel bad for me. None of it. None of this is a have a pity party for Loki. None of this is feel bad for Loki. None of this is any of that. None of this is going to change this channel. I intend on being back on camera in the next couple days. You do not need to tell me that I am blue. The 7 people that stopped me at Sally Beauty to ask if in the time I shopped for nail polish, if I needed an ambulance. No, I'm good. I'm aware that I'm blue. So, yeah, I embrace the suck, whatever. Again, none of this is I feel bad for me because my grandmother famously said it could be worse. So, I have friends and family and a very supportive community in you guys. And the only reason I am remotely comfortable even sharing this is Patty has seen what I look like. And it is not a good look. Croc has seen me on screen too. Croc, unmute yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, not a particularly good look at this point. You are correct. And by the way, next time they say somebody says something like that, tell them, "Oh no, I'm fine. I'm just having a blue period."
I told them I was cosplaying as a Smurf.
That works too.
They didn't find it as funny as I did. Again, none of this is feel. Hey, cool frog. None of this is a feel bad for me. But I don't feel right coming back on camera where I do look sick.
I like that one better.
Blue Man Group. Yeah, I'm not quite that blue. Yeah, I mean, maybe I don't. I will, Patty. I just don't. I don't talk about my personal life a lot. You guys know I've been fighting with cancer, and you guys know I have health issues. I just don't feel right being that I don't feel right just reappearing or disappearing or whatever. And I decided to not take the typical YouTube approach and ignore it. I decided to not take the typical approach and what lots of people, one in specifically, and turn this into, oh, feel bad for me. I'm going to make this a charity thing and donate to it, but I'm a shitbird. And I understand shitbird's a very marine term.
Actually, it's a Navy term too. And for the record, yeah, that one's a shitbird. That one is the ultimate shitbird.
Yeah. So I don't think it's appropriate. And I know I have a supportive and amazing community. So I decided that before I return to the screen and before anything escaped that I was going to address it head on here. I just, this way, if I miss a couple days, or if my affect's a little bit different, or I seem a little bit short one day, or just real tired, I'm sorry, Mayor. You know, I love you all, and you guys are my people and my community, and I love you all. And you all have been amazing and supportive. So I decided that the right thing to do was to just kind of head on address it. Patty and Croc did have a little bit of a heads up as of yesterday, so they're slightly less shocked, but that's about it. I found out last night late. But it's not going to change this channel, and it's not going to change the good we do, and it's not going to change me or any of that. But I'm also not going to hide it. I'm not going to be able to. I don't look great, like coloring wise. We'll call Mayor Wrench, Hedinger, anybody that is just got here, Kelt. The short version is dislocated my ankle, had to have labs drawn, and unfortunately, and we do not know why, I am in kidney failure. And it is very sudden kidney failure. And my kidney and my liver and things are failing, and we don't know why. It is out of the blue. I just don't feel right not addressing it head on. So for kind of, don't worry about it, Oka, honey. For the last time, none. Art and Soul, I see nephrology on Monday. Papa, we find out Monday. Nobody has any clue. My kidneys went from perfectly normal with a filtration rate that was perfect to working at about 45%, 50% in a matter of weeks. And nobody knows. But I'm not going to, again, none of this is, oh, feel bad for me. None of this is going to change anything. This is just I am not going to take the typical YouTuber, okay, I'm going through stuff off screen and I'll be back in a month, or, oh my God, my channel's going to change, but I'm not telling you why, or anything, right? None of that. This is, I'm just going to get it out and say it, because it needs to be said. I don't want to not address it, right? Yeah, Danny, I guess. Thank God I dislocated that. You know, I don't feel right. Yeah, no. Yeah, Creed, maybe I should have pulled a Colleen Ballinger and had somebody write a ukulele song about kidney failure for me instead of a everybody check why I'm a despicable human being. I mean, that would work, or I could have a fraudulent charity stream. We know a few that have done that. Yeah, no, 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 I'm good. None of that's happening. We're not doing that.
Yeah, that's not the Loki we all know. You don't do
No,
that.
I don't do any of that stuff. But
If you did do that, we would wonder who got around to brainwashing you, and then we'd go find that person and shoot them.
right. And it's not the discussion I wanted to have. But again, you know, I am Iris, funny enough, since I was on Frauded Wrangler's channel, I've gotten more requests to start an OnlyFans than I've ever had in my entire channel history. I'm like, what? What in the love of God?
Yeah, that would be a question. What is up with that?
Whatever, it's all good. But I decided it was just best to address this head on. Right?
Honestly, I can't think of a better way to do it.
I just decided that I was just going to come out and say it. So, with all of that said, there's another component to this stream. Cool Frog, I'll let you know when I start the OnlyFans. Strangely, there have been a lot of OnlyFans. Can you clean guns in a bikini or in lingerie? That is literally the number one request I get. And I'm like, what are you all? What why? Why do you want me? Why do you want me to clean guns in like I don't know. But okay. We are doing Daisy Dukes. D. Peterson, we have talked about cleaning your guns in lingerie. But part of this, here's where we're going to make that turn. Thank you so very much, Muffin. That's very sweet of you. We are going to take a very, very abrupt 180 right here, guys. Ready?
I love it.
That's funny. Okay, we're going to take a very abrupt 180. And this is going to be the fun part. I do not art and sell. I do not have Marfan's. I have Ehlers-Danlos, which is a connective tissue disorder. There is no Marfan's issues. And I have had quite a few sets of labs and things drawn. And this was out of the blue. Well, no, I mean, we can still talk about laundry, but now this is going to be amusing. So, part of the reason I am going to do this 180. And that would be because in this, there's a video coming up that I am in the middle of editing. I cannot do it live because I am handling a weapon. And there are very strict rules. And in this video, you can see by my coloring, or even in the pictures you guys are about to see, you'll see that I don't look normal. And even my hands look a bit strange. So, if the person, I know they're here, would like to admit to where this came from, they may. I am not going to out anybody. I received the most gorgeous, shocking, heartfelt, brought me to sobbing tears gift in my life yesterday. But I have to do it in an edited video. But I wanted to show you guys pictures because it is that amazing and I can't keep this to myself. So, if this person would like to acknowledge it, they may. If they don't want to, they may. But when I was editing, Micro and several people pointed out that I don't look good. And so before any of the video parts went up, I wanted to address the reason. So again, I never ask anybody to send me anything. I don't ask for gifts. I don't ever ask for donations. I don't ever ask for anything. This was 1000% out of the blue. And this is one of the most remarkable things I've ever had in my possession. And I want to share it with everybody. So again, to the person that sent this to me, I ugly cried quite a bit. And neither Croc nor Patty have seen this. So we are going to look at this together. And I decided that I had to share. And this is insanity. I received this in the mail yesterday.
Ooh, pretty. That is very pretty.
So, for those who do not know what this is a Remington 1894 and 454 Hispaniola. It is in pristine condition. This weapon has not been made since the 1890s. And I got this and I ugly cried. Um,
That is a nice. That is a.
hold on. I mean, you can see my color. This is why I said I had to actually address it. Because, like, if you look at my hands, you can see how off my color actually is. It is a rolling block. It's a rolling block in Hispaniola, the 454 Hispaniola. It is beyond gorgeous. There it is. I cannot handle it on screen because of YouTube. And so I was doing it edited. And when I was editing it, I was like, okay, it's real obvious that I'm sick. I mean, you can't see much there, but it has its original provenance stamps. So, for those who don't know what provenance is, it has to do with where the gun came from and proof that it is an original. What you can see here is that stamp these use. This particular rolling block in 454 Hispaniola, originally made by Remington, they were sold to and out of the ones that were to the Argentine 454 Hispaniola E.E. Caroline. It's a Remington rolling block. So that EU actually, so provenance, like I said, it's proof of age, it's proof of make and manufacture and all of that, and history. This actually shows that it was one of only 2,500 that was sold to the Ecuadorians from the Argentinians. They sold 2,500 to Ecuador. That's what that U provenance marking means.
So a very limited run.
Not just very limited run. There is the original serial number in the wood. You can actually tell by where it is cracked it was used, and it has the appropriate age. These markings are generally indicative of kills from the time frame it would have been made. Yeah, it was made for the U.S., sold to Argentina, hence the Hispaniola, but then they sold 2,500 of them to Ecuador. You'll see in a minute. The original owner did carve their own stuff into it. You can still see it has its original straps. Here you go. Yep, see, Remington, 1873. Say 454. You can see by where the wear is on this It has the correct provenance, the correct wear pattern. It is, you can see here, it is all original. Here you go, the Modelo Argentino. This is what shows you. It is the Remington, the 1879 Remington rolling block. Once again, here is your Ecuadorian mark for the provenance. It does have a cross hand carved into it as well, with the appropriate age and patina. This is a 100% original weapon from the correct time period. There's a little bit of surface rust. I did look down the bore with a borescope. The inside of the barrel is pristine. It can be fired and used if you were to choose to do so. I would not, but it is all original.
Well, somebody took care of it.
And it is now in my possession, and I can tell you I have never received something that meant this much to me in my entire life. I sobbed hysterically. And I love you so much, and I could have never dreamed of owning this weapon, Papa. You have no idea how much I cherish this. This will forever be one of my most cherished possessions. But I sobbed hysterically. And since you have admitted it, Papa, it was sent to me by CCW. And I have never been more honored to own a weapon in my entire life. I would trade my Barrett for this any day. I would trade my Barrett and my Macmillan for this any day. And I received this on the day that I got some of the worst news I've ever gotten, which was that I'm in kidney and liver failure. The only thing that made yesterday okay and kind of snapped me out of it was this. But yeah, here's the original serial number. It weighs 21 pounds.
That is a fairly hefty beast.
It is a 454 rolling block Hispaniola, but yes, it does have original markings carved into it and a cross by the original owner. It is been authentic. I was able to authenticate it using and you know, again, it was knowing the provenance markings. It did go to the Ecuadorians. It's one of only 2,500. It is a beautiful weapon. I would have never dreamed would be mine. It will be Iris. I wish it is actually already at. It is actually was driven and handed over this morning to a historical appraiser because it has to be independently appraised. and historically validated to go on my insurance rider. It requires its own rider for the insurance, especially since it is a historically accurate weapon. And it is 1,000% authentic. So it's at the appraiser. They're gonna do the formal appraising, and then it is going to be coming back. It has a very expensive custom waterproof and custom lined case coming for it for its protection so that nothing happens to it. It is Mr. Fox, no need to apologize. But yeah, guys, I have the video coming. And that is why I decided I needed to address the sad part of the beginning of the stream, because I had to videotape it and it was very obvious on video when you saw me how sick I was. I also received in the same a pair of spurs, which are hanging on the wall right above my nightstand right now, that will never leave my side, which mean more to me than most of the things I have received in life because of the love and history that came with them. But I wanted to share with everybody these pictures of this absolutely gorgeous weapon and talk about it. But when I was editing, because I had to videotape it because YouTube says I can't, handle it live, started editing it. It was very obvious. So, Papa, there's nothing I can ever say or do to tell you how much this all meant to me. It is the most amazing, thoughtful, loving, beyond comprehension gift I have ever received in my lifetime. Mayor Wrench, what's wrong?
Oh no.
Yeah, Patty, Odie stopped over to check it out before he left for Bike Week. He detoured on his, I'm leaving for Bike Week. You know that means, Mayor, what's wrong? But Papa, I can never thank you enough. That weapon is forever going to be an heirloom. Mayor, why will you not be here to grace me with your presence? Are you like starting a gnome strip show or something? Patty and black powder. Odie loves black powder and historical weapons. Odie, my godfather, who is a chaplain for the Blue Knights. He's their national chaplain. Um, does Hey Philip. Um, he used to do historical recreations. Oh my God, Philip, no. Okay, where's Thomas? Sandy? Sandy, where's Thomas? I have not seen him in the chat.
He may not have been aware of the live stream.
That's fine. I'm just saying. Thomas is running a close second right here to this comment. Patty, I'm putting that on a shirt. I am. Philip, you need to feel better, honey. Philip, are you doing okay now? Philip, we know you are. We're all stubborn on this channel. Hey, Raz. Go for it. Pepper spray the Nomkini. Although icy hot works better. Not that I ever did that to anybody else's jock during hockey season.
No, of course not.
Never. I would never do anything like that. Philip, you need to get better.
Sandy, just as a quick note here, there is a Lokificents if you spell that with an E. Looks like
Oh God.
It actually looks like somebody's D&D campaign. It really does.
Flagpole trash cans. Yeah. So, okay. I got Muffin, you think that's funny? Okay, guys, I got in trouble. As usual. I cannot be trusted. I cannot be trusted. We know this. This, nothing. So I stopped at Whole Foods. Now, I'm not much of a Whole Foods person. Because, like, why things cost an entire paycheck for, like, a banana, I don't get, but whatever. Unfortunately, the micro has a dairy allergy, so I have to stop and get certain vegan or dairy replacement things there, right? Well, I'm walking through Whole Foods and there's a Karen. When I say I found a Karen, unless she teased and frosted her hair and wore a shirt that said Karen in like sparkles,
Oh no!
you could not have advertised you were more of a Karen.
What? Complete with a messed up haircut?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just frost it, right?
Oh,
She is yelling at this like 19-year-old from the meat counter that she wants a vegan steak. Mm-hmm.
that's
And
not even possible.
right. And so Micro looks at me and I hear, Mum, I need vegans. Wait, my mums? And I'm like, no, princess, no. And she is screaming at this guy. She wants vegan steak. And we all know how much of a filter I have, especially since it has not been a good few days for me. Other than Papa being the highlight of this. Papa, this is worse than kosher ham.
Hey! Oh.
So I walk over and I was like, hey, Karen, why were you yelling at the 19-year-old? Karen? Karen? What you doing? And she screams at this guy and me. And I was like, no, you are not going to put your hand in my face or your finger in my face, Karen. I'm going to need you to check yourself before I wreck you. And I sent this kid to stand behind the meat counter because he is 19, looks like he's going to cry because she is berating him.
He must be new.
And I'm like, what in the ever-loving God do you want? No, will call, it gets worse. And she goes, well, how do you think you get ground beef? And she's holding a package of motherfucking Impossible ground meat. Like, the stuff you use to make an Impossible burger
Oh, jeez.
that, like, looks bloody.
And she has no idea.
And she goes, I want this. You get, you cut up the steak and you grind it up, and then you get Impossible ground meat. So just don't grind it up. I want an Impossible steak.
Yeah, that's
Ma'am,
what you're asking for.
Karen, that's not how this works. Karen, I don't know what animal you think Impossible meat or any of these quote unquote vegan ground beef things that look bloody. I don't remember the other name, like the other brands. I just know like the Impossible brand because we use regular meat in this house. Um, I don't know, but she is convinced that he has Impossible steaks that he is keeping from her and grinding up to make Impossible ground beef. I'm like, no, that's textured vegetable protein with, oh God. She is convinced that he is just hiding the impossible steak from her. So I had an argument with a Karen in Whole Foods that that's not a thing. Because this bitch was adamant that he was cutting up impossible steaks and grinding them into vegan ground beef.
I have a question. How
Yep.
old do you think this woman was?
Oh, Beyond Meat, yeah. Heading her, you're like, I don't know. She was in like her 40s,
Okay,
late
that makes her
40s.
likely a member, likely a member of Generation X, or at least the
She's
tail
like,
end of it.
she's 10 years older than me.
Okay,
About.
that makes her
Yeah.
new to I the education system was much better than that at that time.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. She's like 10 years older than me. It's not like she was like 19 and a blonde.
Well, if she'd been 19 and a blonde, that would have at least been something.
Yeah, no, will call. She was. I don't think she's a new vegan. I think she must have just realized with the rise of these impossible meat replacements that look like they're bleeding or can be ordered medium rare, quote unquote. Um, I don't know, but I just stared at her and was like, "That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works." But what I'm going to need for you to do is shut the fuck up and leave this poor 19-year-old alone. And Raz, I called Boom, and Boom almost peed herself laughing.
She mentioned this particular situation to me a couple of days ago. It's like,
Yeah.
and I had the same response. That's not how that works.
Yeah, I was like, Boom! Boom! I don't know. Boom! I'm like, please, please, please tell me. Muffin, you say that? Raz, this was like a week ago. Raz, this was literally like less than a week ago. Muffin, you all think Boom makes everything better? You did not spend 4 years in high school having to put up with Boom and I at the same time.
Ouch.
Oh, we loved it.
The administration didn't.
The administration liked Boom because they were generally like safe from me because Boom can tell me to shut the fuck up and I'll walk away. Or like I would drag a chair out into the hallway, get up on it, and scream down the hallway at someone. And Boom would just like throw me over her shoulder, pick me up off the chair, and just walk away. You know, when everybody else was like Uh, we're all hiding from her. I don't know. Boom was like, hold my beer and watch this. Like, you don't understand, Raz. Micro walked into Starbucks, was talking to Boom, and started calling her Aunt Kim Jong Il in front of Boom's manager that accused her of being a Kim Jong Un supporter. So Micro is there in Starbucks going, Aunt Kim Jong Il, can I have? Great. I'm going to jail. Wait, so Robert? I don't understand, Muffin. Yeah, Raz, I was dying. Because they were like, they actually thought Elle was like a hardcore Kim Jong Un stan.
Yeah, okay. She's a little too Western conservative for that.
Where's Shithead? She on Discord? She's on Discord. Tell her to get her ass over here.
Well, she's currently doing a live stream, it looks like.
Oh, okay. She's on Twitch.
Yeah, she's on Twitch right now.
Tell her I'll be over after. I was talking to Boom Mayor. Leave my sister alone. And you know what, guys? I've got to say, just FYI, just so you know, Boom was like nervous about joining the group and being like new to the group. And would you guys, welcome her or whatever? I was like, you'll be fine. They'll love you.
You know what? She was actually very disappointed yesterday when she missed the golf and quiplash.
Oh yeah. And like, but you're my bestie. I mean, like, they'll love you. And she's like, right, but I want them to like love me because of me, not because I'm your bestie. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, two separate entities.
What?
Two distinct entities. I'm not going to like her because she's your friend.
Right.
Like her. She's snarky and she's funny and snarky.
That she is. But that's probably why we've been best friends for, ever. Alright. Heading versus what? Yeah. It's Sandy. I actually have what's the Twitch? Her Twitch, let me find it.
Cow says boom.
Cow says boom. Yeah.
Of course I'm typing. Why would I not type?
Oh, you're okay. Yeah, Danny, Boom makes everybody laugh. Oh no, no, we'll call, go. I'll be over there in a little bit at some point. She is like the most fun person ever. But like you should see the two of us in person together in public. Like
I'd
people
pay money and sell tickets to that.
oh yeah. It's been more than 20 years of it.
My keyboard has been accused of a great many things, Sandy. That's never been one of them. That is full
Um
integrity.
but yeah. Yeah. Like everybody's just like, oh god, the two of them are together. No. Somebody please go rescue people. And then you get me, her, and Micro Loki together in a room. And everybody's like, what in the name of God have we done to deserve this? I'm usually like, you existed. Yeah, Patty, I mean, like, it's literally been since high school. But yeah, she is very much my person.
Everybody go
One of-
follow that link I just posted.
Yes, there we go. But you know, love Boom. Boom is much fun. And Boom and Micro together are not safe for people. Like if you want to talk about people that you don't want multiples or things around, it's probably the two of them. I don't know that the world could handle multiple Micros and Boom at the same time. Because I can tell you, Micro and Boom are a special kind of twins. I had somebody say something rude to Boom once, and before Boom could open her mouth, trust me, she has no issue doing it. Micro was like, hold my sippy cup and watch this. Oh, that's going to go well. That's my usual comment. Like, oh, that's going to go great. I'm going to need more bail money this week. Someone was like, would you trust her? Yeah, in a heartbeat. Hey, Amanda. Like, I trust her with my life. Were to get me out of jail. I just don't trust that she isn't next to me there.
Yeah, I can imagine that. The two of you actually sitting there in the cell.
We've been friends for 30 years.
And I'm going to tell her you said that, by the way.
What? So we've been friends for 30 years?
No. That you would be, that you don't trust your, that you were thinking that she would most likely be in the cell with you rather than being in the.
Oh, she knows. That's not a secret. Because she knows damn well that I will gladly go down with that ship any day. Any day. I will go down with that ship before she does. Because while Boom is very snarky online, yeah. So, but all of that being said, and all of the buzzkill that I was at the beginning before I published this video where you can see me, I wanted to get that out. So, that being said, I love you all. I love you all so much. It might be a rough road for a little bit, but we got it. I'm going to try to finish editing the video that has me ugly crying over CCW's gift. And, you know, you guys got to see the amazing gift. And I'm going to sign off and go harass Boom on Twitch. I'll see you all there. Let's go.
Yep.
Game on. Let's go harass Boom on Twitch. I love you all. See you over there. Bye.
Hey, Loki.
Hey.